Should I go live at 6 o'clock or just wait?
You can probably wait like a minute until we get Gribbly.
For the last 3
Okay.
years, there were no Q&A. No Q&A. Hi, Butter. You got in? A.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, nothing's booting. Like, there's a reason I booted up 15 minutes in advance.
Oh my
I remember
gosh.
the last time I saw
I haven't been here in forever.
Let me sit down.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, look at everybody.
Hey, is Mo back here?
Let there be light.
You're still a little more. Whoa.
Nearly died at
Oh,
I hear you in Discord.
Hi, buddy. Oh my god, I was wondering where.
Is Gribbly here?
Oh my god.
Where's Gribbly?
I was just gonna say Gribbly! I got nowhere else to sit.
Where's Mama Monkey?
Audio.
Where's Gribbly?
Alright, I just pushed him.
Oh shoot, I just realized.
I
Hey.
got kicked from it.
He should be here in a
alright.
second half.
Made it.
Alright.
Made it.
Yes! Everybody share it with the man.
Thank you.
I think Harry's gonna just wave at you frantically if he's got questions from the YouTube.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, hang on. Let me
right
adjust
touch
some
controller
settings here.
battery is
Well, there
low.
was like 5 of us, but we were not in the party. We were just trying to go
Let's
in
see.
individually.
Same with them.
Oh,
What?
Can you go? Oh, yeah. Can you get to the
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't get to ask any questions. I don't think I have any.
Hey, I'm hyped. I'm
Oh, hey,
hyped.
Crocker.
Are you hyped? Because I'm hyped.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Woo, finally Q&A.
Oh, I have you muted, Nakata. I didn't know you muted your
I'm
mic.
gonna go up and
All right, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
All
All right.
Here we go.
We good? All right, hey.
Stream.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here for the town hall today.
Woo.
It's been a while. We haven't done one of these in a while, so it's very exciting. I think I see some familiar faces today. I think I see some new faces.
Actually, this was the
So
old
let's-
me. This was the old.
Okay, perfect. Good. So you're both an old and a new face, so we get that. So let's go over how these things work. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an update about what's been going on with Rec Room, what we've been busy working on. That'll be quick, and then then very quickly we'll throw it over to you for questions. So what I'll ask you to do is put your hand up. I'll call on you. Let me know what your question is. I'll repeat it so that anyone who doesn't hear it and people on the stream can hear it. I'll then give you an evasive and vague answer, and then we'll move on to the next question. And then I think, Harry, sometimes you're going to have some questions from the stream, so just kind of wave at me and we'll in as well. So yeah, let me give you a quick update about what's going on in the world of Rec Room. I think most of you here are probably pretty familiar with what we've been working on. We just did the Let There Be Lights update, so we're very excited about that. That's been a pretty big project for us. Essentially have changed the rendering tech for the whole game, so everything all around us is being rendered in a fancy new way that does real-time lighting. So what that means is for people who are creating their own rooms, they can create lights, they can move them around, they can change color, they can do all kinds of fancy effects.
Have changed.
Yeah, some textures have changed. We've optimized a bunch of stuff. We've tried to increase the performance of everything. So hopefully people are noticing better performance. I think we've still got a bit more work to do, but hopefully, generally speaking, we're performing a lot better. And a big part of the reason for that is that we've been optimizing the game for the Oculus Quest. So I'm assuming yeah, I know, we're super excited about this. Trust me, it's been really hard. We've been working on it, and we haven't been allowed to talk about it for a long time. So we've been giving all kinds of terrible hints and trying to be as quiet as we can be while being very excited. But yeah, now we're allowed to talk about it publicly. We are officially coming to the Oculus Quest. We're going to be a launch title, which is very exciting. And so yeah, we can't wait to ship it. We've been testing it at the office. It's fantastic on the Quest. So yeah, I probably can't say too much more. I know Oculus still very careful about rolling out all of the information. So I won't say anything more than that, other than to say we are super excited. We can't wait for it to come out, and it's going to bring a bunch of cool new folks into VR. So please be nice to them when you meet them. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, all right. So who have we got with me today? We got Gwynth. We got Forever Summer Skies. So, oh yes. Hello. Okay. We'll do friends and all that kind of stuff afterwards. But thank you. I'm really glad you like it. All right. So we got We got Gwynf and Forever Summer Sky here today, so they are the engineers who worked on the new lighting features. So they did a lot of the work to make it so that you can place lights. So if you've got questions for them, make sure they can answer.
Hey Ryan, it's me.
We got Alkmaar with us, who's going to help us keep law and order in the room. I'm assuming Alkmaar.
Finally
Who may have done a lot of the work on the performance stuff.
No, whatever. Alkmaar doesn't do any real work. And of course, we got Carthage, we got Harry. I'm sure we got other people around. All right, but let's get to questions. Eric, you got a question for us?
Please
Okay.
go sit down.
You know?
Before I
shit.
ask my question,
Go sit down.
I just need to say something.
Sit or
Today
I'll kick
is
you.
actually my first, my 1 year anniversary of playing Rec Room.
Oh,
I
happy
started playing
anniversary.
last year.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
All right.
anniversary.
And also,
Very cool.
I wanted to play this game ever since it came out. Like, I always wanted a headset ever since. Okay,
Cool.
anyway, so, will we ever add a thing? What? Will-
We're just being excited. Eric, what's your question?
Okay, so will we ever have a thing in the dorm room where you can get rid of the actual dorm room and just like make your own with a maker pen? Like
Yeah,
instead of-
yeah, okay. Yeah,
Or
so
maybe
the
even have
question
a bunch of different bases for it.
Yes, absolutely. So the question is, will you ever be able to get rid of the actual dorm room and kind of build larger dorm rooms, maybe have different bases? So yes, we are definitely planning to do that. Don't know exactly when, but yeah, that's definitely something we want to do, is enable you to have bigger dorm rooms and kind of like build in a more expansive way. So yeah, that's a feature. I'm expecting we'll get to that before the end of the year. I don't want to say exactly when. But yes, that is definitely planned. And I'd love suggestions for like, things you'd love to be able to do in your dorm room, to give us hints about like what kinds of things we could add to make that better. Any thoughts?
Yeah, no, not really, but also,
Okay.
will you add custom base rooms that are not maker pen and also more
Custom
rec
base
immersional
rooms?
activities? Yeah, instead of just
So-
maker pen base rooms.
Yes. Yeah. So all yes to all of the above. We're going to add more of that. So actually, something I should have said is like, with all the work we've been doing on the Quest and on the Let There Be Lights, the new rendering stuff, like that's been taking up a ton of our capacity. So everyone will have noticed, I'm sure that, it used to be we would update every 2 weeks, fairly reliably. Sometimes it was 3, sometimes we would patch 4 times in a week. And for the first half of this year, it's definitely we've slowed down. It's been like 6 weeks between updates, 7 weeks. So yeah, once we get shipped on the Quest, we're hoping to go back to a much more rapid update cadence. So like we would get much more frequent updates, and so some of those updates will be pretty small, it might just be bug fixes and things, but you should see us shipping on a much more regular basis again, and so that'll make it easier for it to like hey, we're going to add a new base room here, we're going to add a new thing here. That stuff will come a lot faster in the second half of the year. All right, Milkbag, what can we tell you? Yes, please.
It is.
I can't hear.
Oh, yes, a question. Let's. Whenever people ask 2 questions, I always forget them. So let's do them one at a time. So the question was, will we ever add a mirror to the Maker Pen? So maybe we would love to. I know that we would love to do that. It's challenging from a performance perspective. Because we got to render everything twice to do the mirror. So yes, that's the kind of thing where there's kind of a bigger conversation that we could have. Maybe there's a good conversation to have on a Reddit or Discord. Is that as we kind of bring things out on things like the Quest, as there might be some things where like we can only have certain rooms that are only available to certain devices. We haven't really thought about how we want to handle that. Right now our approach is like everything works on everything. For things like mirrors, it might be that certain users would be too laggy for certain users. So that's kind of, so we would love to, but we can't currently do that just for performance reasons. What's your second question? Yeah.
Okay, so what is your favorite Rec Room meme?
Oh, so the question is, what is my favorite Rec Room meme? Oh, that's a good question. What is my favorite Rec Room meme? I don't know. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you before the end of the session. All right. All right. Speaking of memes, let's go to dead memes.
So you can see many people try to do realistic measurements, like for example Harrison's Rec Center. You have to measure it using cones. what if you had a ruler tool in your backpack so you could do measurements without needing to use several
Oh,
props?
that's
You
actually
could draw.
Yeah, yeah.
It also helps just while regularly building to make equal measurements instead of needing to make maker pen objects to measure.
Yeah. All right. So the question was, which is kind of more of a suggestion, is, and this one's come up a few times. I think it's a good idea. Like, it'd be kind of cool if we gave you a ruler so that you could sort of, when you're building stuff out of maker pen stuff or whatever, you could be like, oh, that's like 6 feet or that's 2 meters or whatever. So I think we will definitely get to that. I'm not sure exactly when. Forever Summer Sky, you got any thoughts on this one? Adding a ruler to the maker pen?
I'm trying to figure out why I'm glitching all over the place.
Okay.
It's looking as weird to you guys as it's looking to me. Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. Alright, just checking.
Oh, God, it's not looking good to me.
Oh, okay.
Right.
This is
Can confirm you're not doing it in real life.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
anyway.
Dead Memes, did you have more to that, or is that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's come over this side. Let's go to. Hang on. All right, we'll do you next. We'll do you. Let's do Security Steve or Security Steve first.
Okay.
Alright, so I don't think I'm the only one who's had this problem. I'm a PlayStation user, so I don't know if it's just the headset being the headset. But when the first update for Let There Be Lights came out, I had the problem where whenever I was in my dorm room, I would actually look like 3 shades darker than normal is. Am I the only one who's had that problem actually? And is there any fix to this? I just put a light bulb on my dummy and it worked fine, but
Okay, yeah. So the question was, the dorm room was a little darker than you expected with the new update. So yeah, we definitely redid a bunch of lighting, and we've as Alkmaar mentioned, our wonderful art team have gone through and touched pretty much every part of the game. So it's probably just a little bit darker in there. So yeah, if you don't mind having a light bulb in there, that's a pretty good fix. But yeah. Yeah, so not exactly intentional. Our goal was to match the look, in most places, except where we wanted to make an intentional upgrade, but it's hard to get it exactly right. We're eyeballing most of that stuff. All right, War, I said you were next.
Yes. All right.
I have 2 questions. But
Okay.
first, I want to say, you guys are amazing for working on this game and for making this, the way it is. So revolutionary. And as soon as tokens come for PlayStation, I will be supporting.
All right, perfect.
Anyway, all right, 2 questions. I have some problems in this game. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys might be fixing it, but let's say I'm sending a GIF. The names aren't alphabetical order, which is really tough. Or
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, or filtered in favorites or something. They're not there. Or
Yeah.
stuff. So that's something.
Yeah.
I don't know that would be helpful to fix. And another thing would be when you're trying to add hosts or co-owners, those aren't alphabetical orders either, and I have tons of pages, so it's hard to look for people.
So absolutely. So first of all, thank you for those kind words, War. We're glad you're having a good time. And so War was mentioning, so when you're doing things like adding co-owners to a room via the Watch UI, or whether you're when you're sending someone a gift, the list of players is not alphabetized and it's kind of crazy. And if you've got a lot of friends on there, it's a real pain to find anyone. Totally agree. That's just terrible UI from us. We'll fix that at some point. We
never expected anyone to have that many friends.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
And a
we
social
modeled it on Forever Summer Sky. She only has 2 friends, so it's we thought it would be fine. But yeah, no, we'll get to that. We actually are working internally on updating a bunch of the Watch UI layout, making it a little better.
Yes.
And so I'm not sure exactly when that'll land, but yeah, you can expect a pretty big revision to this. And so we're probably going to tolerate some crappy UI until we get that fixed in a more general way. So apologies for that. Okay, well, let's go outside and hello.
Can I come back to Dead Meme's question now that I'm not glitching? Did we actually answer that? Sorry.
I already forgot what Dead Meme's question was.
Measuring.
Oh, the ruler. Yeah, we can go back to it. Yeah.
Having a ruler. Yeah, I was curious what other applications of it would be useful. I know for replicating our objects, like our rec center and stuff like that.
I think for the people who are particularly, specific about the measurements in their rooms, it's not just replicating ours, it's just getting things just so within their own rooms instead of having to create a maker pen object. I think he was saying.
Yeah.
Then they can just use a ruler instead.
Using something as a reference.
I just draw my own tools.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I made a ruler. Yeah, I made a ruler in my events room, ruler.
Okay.
So if you want to, you can have a look at it. And make it like ruler. Yeah.
Okay. Did you put it in the invention store?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So there's a solved. All right, we do it. How about that? So,